Well, well, well. Find Richard Neithercott and Clayton Darby. And if I remember correctly, Clayton Darby is the... Well, I can't remember which one is a reporter or not. But I'm guessing one is. Hey guys, welcome back to Mark Jackson for some more Vampyr. And we're right where we left off, looking for the nurse. However, it looks like we got a couple of people to find first. Forgive me, it's been a couple of days. My memory's not the best. We're not going to be able to go in here. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with the game.
I must insist, sir. Please
wow, he's back.
see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
We're a vampire. We can either bust open the door or the lore is true and we can't come in unless we're invited. So yeah, we didn't do anything off camera. You didn't miss anything. I am looking forward to finding a bed and a place to sleep. And in the last episode, I wanted to show you, just to bring you back up to speed, we got all these guys, except for this dude with a headache, recovering. So yeah, the game really dropped the hammer on us and sort of depressed me. All I did was sleep. All I did was catch some Z's and upgrade my character, and next minute, everybody was sick. Oh well, everybody here smokes too much crack. So what I want to do is get my head on my shoulders here and start following these quest markers to the proper location. How we're going to do that is, well, that'd be a kind of a roundabout way. Let's do it anyhow, because we will eventually get there. Is there going to be... Yeah. No! At least it doesn't hurt me. Alright. Yeah, we got some vampire dudes here. Maybe we can get them both. Knock them down. Set them up, knock them down. I'm fine with that because I want to eat you. Oh, crap. Well, I can take your stuff. That's fine with me. Cigarette case, ring. Watery, sturdy blood sample. I'm wondering about these blood samples and what relevance they have. Do we examine them, or, what's the deal? Can we crash through here and advance? I know I'm getting a little bit off. Oh, shit, another one of you. Yeah. Now, if I can knock him down and get his blood, I can. He's hurting pretty good. So, and that's one thing I really, really, really like, guys, is that our stamina comes back while we're drinking. That's why I'm kind of a fan of this two-handed weapon. You hit them enough times and it does stun them, and I'm hoping to upgrade that even further. I don't have any evidence to suggest that we're going to be able to do it. Stay close. Can we eavesdrop or slip through? That's one thing about this game that does get on my nerves, is that we're a vampire. We can't, like, jump 30 feet in the air and just step right on through. What's the deal? Also, if you look at the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see that my level is 9. We don't enjoy our level ups, apparently, until we sleep. Now, I don't know if I'm right about that or not, but basically, we can't level... all this... A lot of this shit counts, but we don't level up. Damn. Yeah, you went out bad, bro. Ah! Not you so much. Well, I want to heal up here. I want to dodge back. And maybe I'll get lucky. Damn it! Now, that's the exact opposite of luck. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And of course, we'll use that again to get rid of that stigma. Alright. I'm glad to start out an episode for a change with combat and not a constant talk fest. Though I really do like the dialogue in this game and learning about the characters. The game, to me, is a little bit slower than I thought it would be. Oh. Yeah, see, I wanted to lock onto him. This one of these assholes with a shotgun. Get blown up. Is that a shotgun or a flamethrower? we're invulnerable doing this, so something I learned. I want to get him out of the... Yeah. It was critical to get him out of it. You know, just want to reduce... Okay, I don't want to go in that gas. Yeah, I'm a killer. But I don't want him to just take crap tons of pot shots at me either. Yeah. Becoming a bit more confident with the combat here. And that really started last episode with that level 18 screwball vampire gone wrong. I almost said zombie. Vampire gone wrong guy that came and attacked us that we were trying to avoid. So I gained some confidence from them and the swamp beasts. I'm getting a little bit better. What do we have here? We got another one of those beasts. Every little bit helps. I know I'm a little bit off track here, guys, but might as well get resources and seek answers and defeat foes. Yeah, there's another one. Can you come up here? I'm curious. Are you just going to go back to your usual hookup? And for certain I can get down, but... Yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Shit. Screwed up. Nevertheless, he's down. Pick that up. Find the inhabitants. Yes, yes, of course. I'm looking at the quest and I'm just totally off on a tangent right now. The game is not open world, but it's open world enough where you can get relatively lost, and that's good news. What do we have here? Shillings, cigarette case. They'll sell for a decent amount. I don't know if it was entirely worth us. We got a decent amount of blood. Maybe I should update blood. I've also been looking at the blood shield to reduce our damage because we're catching a lot. Can't upgrade that, of course, until we get to a safe zone. And I've also been looking at claw because I got a theory with claw. It uses blood, but what if we could go melee like this, run ourselves out of stamina, but right then when we're out of stamina, we could follow up with a claw, which is supposed to be a powerful melee attack. That would add some extra sauce to the combat, and I sure as hell don't want to get my ass whooped. So what we're doing here is literally just meandering around. We're on the other side of these trucks now. Oh, it's a bush. I thought that right there was a dude for a second. All right. One thing I'm not quite sure of, as ironic as it sounds, I'm not sure if combat brings your level up. I'm not positive about that. Water-rich blood sample. Got a lot of those going on. Is this door accessible? No. Yeah, it's one of those games that, again, I haven't played anything quite like it. And I'll admit, I kind of drag my feet on this game. You know, okay, I got to record a video. You know, my time's precious, so when I've got the time to do it, it's like, okay, I've got the time to actually sit down and record Vampyr. But I kind of drag my feet. It's no. It's not. But then, I don't know why I do that, because when I start playing and start talking, I really enjoy it. And should I waste... I was thinking about going invisible here, but it looks like we're in a friendly zone. And we are. Alright. Yeah. I don't want to engage these guys. What I do want to do is, what I'm feeling here is that we're doubling back, and we are. I just want to double back to see if there's more resources, things and stuff. I should probably have a look at the quantities that I have, and I should also probably take a look at where the nearest safe house is. Which... hideout. Which we're right on top of. Should we do it, guys? I forgot how to get into this damn thing. Is it just here?
I must insist, sir.
No.
Please
See,
let me stay.
Yeah. Double check this. Well, if it's a safe house, it's not for us yet. I could be feeling a lot better with our experience points right now, but I think we've got enough to get what we want done. And it's going to... Yeah, let's talk to him.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
Well, certainly, sir.
I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Well, this guy's a traitor, so he probably knows quite a few things. Hopefully he knows about Dorothea, or whatever her name is.
Dorothy Crane.
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yeah, these questions with the why. Vampyr, you know, the vampire why. I am absolutely convinced now that they direct the conversation in a certain direction. Also, if you fail them, you don't get a hint. That this is crux for the hint-based system. And I've screwed up a couple of times, apparently.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
Craniu,
That doesn't explain why she irritates
Eastern, like,
you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for
Russian,
free.
Georgian,
I offered to sell it for a
Romanian,
fair cut, but no.
something
Miss
like that.
Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
New hint available. Good. All right. Let's... Well, that'd be for Crane, so...
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Why is that? New hint available for Joe Peterson. Okay, well, here we go. That's just the dumbest question ever under the circumstances,
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Ooh, new investigation. I kind of saw that coming, but...
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Alright, well... Is there anything new here? No, yeah, I mean, we're just there. Hint required. Nothing there. What does he have? And
Show me what
we're
you
broke,
have.
guys. I mean, without a doubt. Yeah, 49. We're broke. But bonuses we can sell. I don't want to sell any of this. 2 rings. Good resale value. That's selling both? No, it didn't, but, you know. Cycled into components. Rusty box pills, large box pills. I wonder what these can be recycled into. Cigarette case. Sell. Sell multiple. Small bag of junk. High resale value can be. Bottle of alcohol. I don't want to sell a large box of pills. We can sell, assuming they all do the same thing, Let's sell multiples of this. Whoops. And that puts us back up monetarily. Let's keep the large box pills. And 1. 16. I'm curious about the bags of junk. And we've got 5 bottles of alcohol, so why not sell 1? And then let's go back to the buy menu. And 189. That we're not fixed too bad. I want to again buy some of this stuff. We have here opium. We've got plenty of that though. Common handle part 35. That's expensive. Got some of that. 35. And now see, we're into healing, folks. All right, broke again, but that's all right.
Fancy buying something?
You never lose your folk.
I already did. Personal questions. Again, hint required. London again. Let's just look. Nothing.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, who's this guy?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the
Oh,
first
Joe,
one.
okay.
Piss off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
You have no idea, brother.
But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I wouldn't be so polite.
Some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Colossus Joe, huh? You seem pretty short, bro. Let's start with the meat and cheeses.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally.
No-go zone.
Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
No, you don't mean me, Dick, because you're going to be in a world of hurt.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do
He's an
whatever I
enforcer.
want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of?
Bully, enforcer,
There's no
tomato,
pride in
tomato.
roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
Excuse
A
me.
job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks.
No surprise
I'm their
there.
muscle for their dirty work.
Yeah, see, I want his hint, so that's not going to be it. If we agree with him, maybe we get a hint.
Survive at any cost, even at the expense of others.
I'm placating
It's
here,
just
but
the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
oh, interesting. Oh, we got the hint. So Barrett and Lewis used to be good friends. Yep. Should I go back and talk to Barrett once we're done here? It's going to be... Why is that lit up white once we've cleared it? Hint required on all that.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Alright, well, let's just see if Barrett's got something for
Fancy
us.
buying something?
You never lose your foot.
Yeah. Personal questions.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Without
that.
making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
I would.
Goodbye for now,
No.
Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, we're done. And that is probably not going to give us anything additional for Joe, but I will talk to him one more time just to see if we can seek answers here. What's this?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry,
Ha!
no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Ooh.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm a Harry, by the way.
I've talked to so many people, guys. I gotta be.
Suffering in this world.
I've talked to so many people. To be honest with you, I forgot the relevance of this whole thing, if there is one. Harry. Don't
Even
mind
my
me.
Dreams are soaked with gloom.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I honestly don't remember what this is all about. We're going to talk to him nevertheless. And I mentioned that the skill points that we have, the XP, isn't the best, but considering how much we spent, I feel okay about it. Job refusal letter. It is my duty to inform you of a refusal to accept your application for the job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. Oh! I know who. Yeah. Back at the hospital. Fitter, or whatever his name was. Good guy. It's also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-fated wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times. Finch and Harper intend to reward the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Artie Harper. I wonder if we'll get to meet Artie Harper. We've met so many people. I wonder if we haven't already. New collectible. Respect. Yeah, whatever. Back up and pause if you want to read. It seemed like that was just going to be propaganda. I wonder if we're going to get a perk sometime to unlock all these locked chests. Alright, bro.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
At some point in time, we are going to have to get back to the
Do
hospital,
you
too.
know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your...
Fatigue. I believe we have the components, but we haven't
My
crafted
father
one.
is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's...
Yeah. We
You'll
have
feel
one.
better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Do we have anything else in here? We did.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I?
Who would?
I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
It does not. His father is a good man.
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got.
You should.
But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
He's honest. Let me tell you something, guys. Let me just stop you and be Mark Jackson for a second. What my first thought process here, I want to talk about suicide for a minute, and I want to be serious with it. People that commit suicide or think about suicide, it's not that they want to die. It's that they desperately, desperately, desperately want to live. I want you to think about that for a while.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Alright, so I got this wrong. Joe? Yeah, Joe Peterson is his father, not the one back at the hospital.
But you are not responsible for your father's
I should have caught on to that earlier, sorry.
Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Yeah, confirmed, obviously. I just didn't remember Joe's last name.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Well, yeah.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Alright, we got some hints and resources, what have you, and now is a,
pain
I
and
think, a
suffering?
really good time to go back and talk to Joe and see if we can't get any more out of him.
What do you want this time?
Up there. Yeah.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now, and people won't forget it.
You could leave
What
tomorrow.
the hell kind of
Start
gang
another
name
life
is
in another
that,
town.
anyway?
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
No, I'm sure he does.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little.
That's, yeah, the wife was the reason why I thought it was the dude
Gave the boy confidence.
at Pembroke.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
All right, well,
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I was kind of hoping that would open up a little bit more, but it didn't. And it looks like...
Please, I don't have your money.
Come on,
Oh.
Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Huh. Hard times. Hard times. I know we're not going the right way, but... I think this is where we killed the... Yeah.
The disease upon us is not an accident of nature, but the punishment of a divine will.
There's Clayton, I think. If I'm looking at the map right. Or the nav bar, yeah. No, I'm not. But I'll talk to him any... Well, there's a couple of people here to talk to. And where we need it... Yeah, Clayton's not here. He's back there. Still more people to talk to?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You're much more lost than I thought, my son.
Ouch. For the record, guys, I believe in science. I'm a man of science, but I also believe in God. That's real life stuff.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Oh, why is that?
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was
Other
a
than
member
being
of
a
the
liberal.
communist resistance in her
Communist,
country.
liberal, what's the difference?
That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Not saying shit. I know, be honest with you, I know plenty of women that know a thing or two about politics. Hillary Clinton not being one of them. We could add Pelosi and Maxine Waters too. They have no idea. Well, they don't have any idea how to live either.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern health care.
Me neither.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
This guy's old school.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of
God.
them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers
About to?
the hidden truth.
I think it already did.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a
So-called
doctor,
being the
you
operative
must be
word.
aware of a decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my
He's
own
right.
eyes, I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
He's a zealot, but he's right.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
I've been touched by God's grace. I am perfectly healthy.
Except for in the head. Dude, you're a zealot.
What do you mean?
All's
Quite a
for you are...
Yeah. Oh, I can't back out of this.
Well,
That's
what...
the beast.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
What about both?
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light.
You're not rational,
This is
bro.
God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher.
Whoa, here we go.
A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Another hint. We kind of dropped the hammer on this guy, didn't we?
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where would that be?
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night
Whoa.
after night.
That was kind of stupid.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Ah, something tells me you're dead wrong about that.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Me too. Enough is enough. And yeah, speaking of enough, guys, I think this is where I'm going to leave this episode. Still have to talk to this guy over here.
The walls of your home will not protect you, for there is no protection against malevolence and trickery. You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror around you.
Now, if he was talking about people that watch MSNBC, he'd be less of a loon. Anyway, I've been Mark Jackson. I'll talk to you later, guys. See ya.